Hi everyone, this is Jofia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be making oat milk and honey soap. This is soap I basically use on baby skin or adults with sensitive skin or anyone that wants something mild on the skin. So I'll first of all start making my oat milk. I'll be using 1 cup of oat flour or oat powder. I'll add it to a bowl and I will add 3 cups of water to it. You can use cold water, but don't use hot water. I will give it a stir and I'll keep it to rest for at least 6 hours. Then as that is resting, I will start weighing out my caustic soda and the water to dissolve it. I'll first of all weigh out the water. I'll be using 250 grams of water. 250 grams of water, which is equivalent to 250 ml of water. Then I would weigh out my caustic soda. My caustic soda is 200 grams of caustic soda. 200 grams of caustic soda. Remember, in baking soap, your ratio is 3.5:1. Yeah, 3.5:1. You can even use 3:1. That 3:1 is 25% lye concentrate. So I'll be weighing out 200 grams of caustic soda, which I will dissolve in 250 grams or ml of water. It was supposed to be 600 ml or grams of water in total, but because of the oat milk, I'll have to discount the water for the oat milk. That is why I'm using 250 ml or grams of water. Then my oatmeal is 350 grams. So this after 6 hours. I brought the oats from the fridge. I'm going to sifter it to remove the chaff so that I can take the milk. Yes. Please, is this your first time of coming to my channel? Please don't forget to subscribe for me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified each time I post a video. And please do share this video or any of my videos so that anyone that you think that can benefit from it will. So after making extracting my milk, I'll be lining my mold. This is the mold I'll be using. I'll be lining the molds. I'll keep it aside then to start the production proper. You can use any mold. You can use any mold, silicone mold. You can even improvise your mold. So I'm going to be using 100 grams of shea butter or any butter you have, but I have shea butter because I also sell it. So I'll be using 100 grams of shea butter, which is equivalent to 100 ml of shea butter when dissolved. So I've dissolved my shea butter. I kept that aside. I'll be putting on my hand glove to avoid being burnt by chemicals. So this is my oil. I'm using palm kernel oil, unrefined palm kernel oil. Yes, I'll be using 1000 ml of palm kernel oil, which is equivalent to 868 grams of palm kernel oil. So I'll be adding in my shea butter, which I have dissolved, 100 ml or 100 grams of shea butter or any butter that you have. I'll add it. Then I'm going to add my kaolin. I'll be using kaolin, 25 grams of kaolin. I will dissolve the kaolin into the oil. I will take a little quantity of the oil and add to the kaolin to dissolve it to avoid it having lumps, because if you add it directly to the oil, it's going to form lumps. It will take a long time for it to disperse completely. So I've dissolved that and I'm adding it to the oil right now. As you can see, I'm adding the kaolin into the oil. Then the next I'm going to add my milk, the oat milk that I made earlier, which is 350 grams of oat milk. 350 grams or 350 ml of oats plus 250 ml of water gives you 600 ml of the diluent. Yes, so I'm adding the oatmeal. The next I'm going to add is the caustic soda, which I dissolved earlier. The caustic soda stayed for 22 hours before using it. So I'm adding it. I'm going to mix it very well for it to get to a light trace before adding any other ingredients. I'll mix it very well. Please be gentle while doing this to avoid the soap batter being splashed on you. So this is my honey. I'm going to add it right now. I'll be using 30 grams of honey, 30 grams of original honey. If you don't have honey, no problem, no problem, but I like adding honey to all my soups, to all my baking soups. So I'm going to mix it very well for it to incorporate well. Mix it very well. Then I will get my fragrance oil. I'll be using 20 grams of fragrance oil, 20 grams or 20 ml of fragrance oil. Any fragrance oil of your choice. You can mix it in order to give your soap a nice smell while using it in the shower. So I'm going to mix it very well. Then I dissolve this soap. I divided the soap into two because I want to add cocoa powder. So if there's any other thing you want to add, if you want to add a pigment like color, this is the time to add it. I divided it into two. I'm adding my cocoa powder. I'm using 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. I'll add it to it and dissolve it. Mix it very well for it to dissolve completely. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions to ask, please don't forget to ask. Please comment anything you want at all, just comment. You can reach me. My business number is there in the comments, in the description. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell for this channel. Thank you. So I'm going to pour it into the mold I prepared earlier. I'm going to pour it into the mold. You can use any mold. It mustn't be this particular mold. You can use silicone mold. You can improvise. You can use any plate or soap dish. Oil the soap dish, oil the plate before you pour your soap. Then you leave it for 24 hours before unmolding it. It's very simple. You can do it. So I'm going to add the last one, the one I dissolved cocoa powder in. Dissolve it. Don't forget to heat the mold in order to release all the bubbles if there is any. So I'm going to leave the soap for 24 hours before unmolding it, and I will cut it. So see you in 24 hours. So this is rightly 24 hours after making the soap. I'm getting set to cut the beautiful soap. Thank you all for watching, for staying by from the beginning to the end of this video. Thank you so much. I didn't take it for granted. Thank you. So I'm going to cut the soap. I'm cutting this. So we can use knife and cut. I started cutting my soaps with knife equally. It wasn't easy, but I started cutting it with knife. So you can use anything to cut your soap, but make sure you cut it after molding it in order to give it a nice and good shape. So there's one thing about my soup, using my method to produce a soup. After making your soup, if you check the pH of that soup, it's going to give you around 8.5 to 9, which is perfectly okay, that you can even use it the next day. Yes, that is my method of soup making. I'm going to check the pH after cutting the soup. Thank you all for staying by. Thank you. God bless you. I love you all. So wherever you are watching from, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to check the pH. See how beautiful the soap is. But please don't get intimidated. You too can do this as well. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So let's check the pH of the soup. I will get a little quantity of water. I will cut out one of the peppers. I'm going to wet the soup. I'm wetting the soup right now. I'll create a bubble. The bubble is what I will use to, check the pH. I'll dip the pH paper in the bubble. Then this is it. It's around 8.5 to 9. Say it, look closely. 8.5 to 9. This is immediately after cutting the soup. 8.5 to 9. Then this is the second day. This is the second day. It's around 8, and this is the third day. It's around 7.5 to 8.